Hey there, guys. Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. It's Christmas. In the evening, didn't have to work at the shop today, obviously. So I've been sitting around and doing what I do because I can't ever stop working. Doing some deep diving on kind of like the process of how Pokemon cards are made. And this isn't available on YouTube, so I'm going to do a video on it and kind of go over some stuff that I've been figuring out. Not an expert on this at all, but I have done some investigating and figuring out some stuff. So hopefully this will be useful to people out there. It's good to know because if you are a player collector, you might come across things with printing errors, defects, miscuts, stuff like that. So it's interesting to see the kind of machines that this product is made on, and then how it gets packaged, stuff like that, and how these sort of defects can happen. So that's what the deep dive we're going to kind of do real quick. It shouldn't be too long. This is only a 33-second clip that I have here from this printing company's website. It's Millennium Printing Group. They are in North Carolina. They are one of the probably several places that print cards for Pokemon around the world. So this is just the video that's on their website. Whenever you go to click on it, and I'm sure I went along and I extracted the video off of the website so we can slow it down and break it down. And we will go over it and kind of point out some things that I saw. I don't know. So this is their website. Again, they on their website specifically say that they work on trading cards and specialty cards. It's kind of their special, realm of focus when they print. And I'm sure they do tons of other stuff. Don't want to hang up on them and too much. Obviously, they're a great company that has all kinds of cool, neat products. And good equipment. So I want to just show you where I got the clip that I have, when I got that from the website here. So let's just go through and pop over to the media source that I have. This is it here. Um, let's go back. Let's start over here. Let's start over. Boom. So let's just. I don't want to get too hung up on the details real quick. I do want to break it down a little bit though. This is, if you can tell what these are. These are Raichu GX boxes from Shining Legends. Yeah, Shining Legends. So this is, a couple years old now, but very still relevant there. You can see on the like the pillars there, and like the yellow pillar there, like in the middle of the shot on the left side, where it says no cell phones. That's a cell phone that says no cell phones. So there's a couple signs posted about, obviously, whenever they print, they don't want leaks and things to happen. So I'm sure it's fairly common for them to have these sorts of restrictions and things of not having cell phones out when they're printing product that is, not been spoiled yet and stuff. So, and then you see obviously the GX boxes, which is huge amounts of these boxes, just kind of gives you an idea of the scope of how much of this product is made. So each of those, pieces on that pallets are, a box that was made. You can see the guy standing next to it there, off to the right, gives you an idea of just how many, that's a giant pallet of who knows how many hundreds of boxes, sheets not made. And then the papers that are in between that don't show anything on top of them. If you look really, really closely, like on the bottom center there, you can see that they're Pokemon cards. They're the backs of Pokemon cards right there. So those are all the cards, and then the boxes that those cards are going to go in. So it's kind of neat, just an overview shot. Um, and it kind of breaks down the equipment that are they used and the process. They show a little bit of it. Obviously, they don't want to show tons and tons of information, so that's kind of a thing. All right, so this is the printing press or the printing machine that they use to print the boxes and Pokemon cards and all that. Obviously, this is a huge machine. You can see it's on up on platforms, and you can walk in between it. Each of those units on the right there, like the kind of like white rectangles. Each of those is a printing trough with the ink and stuff in them. So it kind of gives you an idea of how many layers of inks. Obviously, they don't print it like your inkjet at your house. They don't print all the colors at the same time and mix all them all together. They use specific colors in these troughs and print them at one at a time. So one will be black, one will be cyan, one will be magenta, yellow, things like that. And then to get different colors, they obviously use a combination of that kind of stuff. So And then you can see in the center here, right where it says lift phone on the bottom of that, basically what goes up inside of that little empty area is basically like a pallet. And then when the paper is fed from the other side, the pallet will catch the other printing on the other side, on the back side here. So I found a demonstration of this machine in action because this video doesn't break it down. So I'm going to flip over to good old YouTube and get this queued up here real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Let me get this out of here for a second. All right, so this is on YouTube, the Lithone G40 in action here. It's kind of is of a computer graphic here. So there you go. You see the ink troughs there. It kind of is illustrated so you can get an idea and see how that works. There's the paper being fed into that machine. Obviously, it's super super fast, like faster than you'd think they'd print this stuff. But like I said, there's the palette with the blank sheets on it that are getting fed into the machine. Let me see if I can see and get a good shot of right here. Boom. See that little green stripe right here? That's a suction pad that uses suction to move these papers around. So basically that conveyor moves, then it uses suction to hold on to the paper and feed that into this machine as it prints. So kind of a cool idea how you can move paper without, you know, arms and levers and things to like nick up edges and stuff. Obviously that's important with cards. You don't want things getting scratched up. So that's how they move the paper as it's being printed through all these different layers here. And then that thing at the end, this has like a drying unit in here, and then it actually coats the cards as well with I forgot what they call it, lacquer varnish, something that gives it a shine, and then also seals in the colors and allows it to dry. And then here it is at the end. Again, it sits up on that pallet again, and it gets fed up onto that. So that is how this machine works. It's kind of cool. And again, you can go watch videos and things of how it exactly works. It's neat. Uh, if you are interested in this sort of things, just from a technical aspect. So that's cool. Let's go back to the media source here. Boom, and go back and watch some other stuff. See some other parts here. We can break this down. So that's one of their machines. There's different configurations that have multiple ink troughs in it. So that's obviously the top of the ink trough there. There's a nice big shot of that's where where the palette would be fed right there on the right side, and then each of those blocks there is the printing. And then you can see in the bottom left corner of this picture here, there's a Pokemon card sitting there. So, and you see that's an uncut sheet there. So that's kind of neat. It's cool. Keep going here a little bit. So obviously this guy here is checking the print quality, and he has a bar there. Don't know what that does. Again, I'm not an expert on this, but clearly he's checking the print quality, making sure that everything's aligned and not blurry and stuff like that. Up over his shoulder, you can see, oh, security notice, no cameras, you're being watched. So obviously, in any sort of environment like this, it's very technical, and obviously you don't want people taking pictures and things. So I'm sure they got explicit information and allowance from Pokemon to even put this video out. So it's kind of a neat, cool thing. So checking that out. And here we go. This is kind of a neat little idea that I didn't think would be in a video, but here we go. This here, you can see this lady has all these code cards. You can see on the back, see, code cards. And then right above where her hands are, on the screen right there, you can see like a little white square. And you can see when this plays, the little graphic moving, it's the QR codes that are loading up and getting put and printed on those cards. So again, that's a very interesting part that I did not expect to get any footage of, but that's cool. So this is obviously the assembly process when these boxes were cut and then now are being folded. And again, something that's very interesting that probably a majority of people don't know. These sorts of products are surprisingly put together more than you would think by hand. So obviously you see these guys packing products. Obviously these are Breakpoint, Breakthrough, one of those sets. Whichever had that Gyarados. It's a red Gyarados box. Um, Obviously they're packing all the pieces into that. Let me see if I back up a little bit. Sorry, this is not ideal, but it's the easiest way to do it on OBS. Um, So like you see that guy in his hands there, he has like the damage counters or the condition markers, and then somebody else is feeding the packs in. You'll see in a second. Right there, boom. So all these guys are basically assembly lining everything that goes into an elite trainer box and puts them all together here. And this is some sort of a theme deck or some sort of product. Again, the completed boxes are on a moving line, and this lady here is just pushing them into the the boxes there by hand. Again, would not have thought that was a thing, but uh, yeah, they do it all by hand. A lot of this. So um, this here, this Bops machine is the die cutter, and I have a video that goes over this as well. Because again, I just looked at the machine and I was like, okay, what is this? So this is a die cut machine. What he was feeding into that was a die cut plate, basically. Oh, let me move back again. Again, it's this very short video, so it's very hard to get exactly where I want. Okay, there. So he was feeding a a cut a die cut plate into that screen. So again, found another video. Back to YouTube. Bada boom, boom. So we don't need the sound on that. Um, so this is a similar machine, not identical, but gives you an idea. Again, there's these pallets again where the paper product is either being loaded or unloaded onto the big blue plastic pallets there. Um, again, this is again the green suction plates here where the paper gets fed into. Uses suction again to move the paper along the plate. Um, again, I am not an expert. Don't know what's going on here. I'm sure there's all sorts of technical things. That's a completely different video from what I intended to show you. But okay, so this is it. Let's go back to this. Uh, I might have to edit that. Oh no, jeez. Anyways, that's the plate getting cut process. The top plate that has the cut the blades that goes into. Again, technical stuff that I don't know anything about. Bada boom, and again, uh, the cutting process, and then put how many you want to do, and bada boom, you go. And feeding tons and tons of paper product very quickly. The printer before, they said they did 1,600 sheets an hour, so obviously very, very fast process. A lot going on with when the machines get fed with this paper product. So obviously they print lots and lots very, very quickly. And this cutting process is super neat. But yeah, again, that's gives you an idea of what's going on there. So that's cool. All right, so back to the video here. Pop that back on. Again, we'll just watch this again because it's only a couple seconds. No big deal. It's very just interesting to watch, and something that is very not talked about. Again, I can't find any videos about this on YouTube. So that this company had this stuff on their website is very cool. So we can just kind of break down and look at with the knowledge that we have. Okay, so this is an outside of that same assembly line from earlier. So obviously the camera was panning down the center there. But obviously off into the bottom right, you can see we got Pokemon energy cards there. That's neat, cool, right? Obviously those are the packets that go inside the Elite Trainer boxes. So we can just kind of go left to right up here at the top where the employees are sitting there. Obviously you have the Elite Trainer boxes bottoms there on that first table over there. And then the next table over to that is the guys, packing with packs and stuff. Those boxes with stop tape on them are packs that they are pulling and counting out, I'm assuming by hand. So, if you ever get a uh, ETB that doesn't have the right amount of packs or an extra pack or something like that, it's all done by hand, so it happens. Obviously, mistakes are made, and it's not a huge, huge deal. But again, you can see on the next table there, those looks like, what are those? Maybe code cards or something else that they're putting in, maybe dice or condition counters or whatever. And then the tops that are on the next one, the red boxes out there. Again, that's a breakpoint, I believe, is what that is with that Mega Gyarados on it. So kind of just a cool shot of just the assembly process at the very end of production. Again, who knew that these were all, fed and packed by hand? It's just very super interesting to me. Um, just how you know, unautomated a lot of this mass production stuff is, because as you can see the first picture, you're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of these boxes. So when you see things that maybe have the plastic inserts upside down and stuff like that, it happens because again, it's all done by hand. Obviously, it's on an assembly line, so you only have so much time to do it. And if something gets missed, or is maybe you received it incorrectly, you don't have the time to stop it and fix it if it's just a minor issue. So again, a super interesting video. Again, it's not out publicly, and I just wanted to make a quick video just for educational purposes. When they talked about printing cards and the process of it, it's just kind of a cool thing to sit back and watch. So that's all I got for you guys today. Again, I never stop working. I can't relax. So what do I do on my off day when I'm not at the shop? I sit here and watch and learn silly things like this. So just kind of a cool idea and a cool thing to make a video about. But uh, yeah, I hope you guys learned something. Uh, got some information out of this. At least got a glimpse at the process of how this is all done. And I will see you guys in the next video, huh? Hey, have a good day.